Name that song. Drop it in the comments. So, I don't know. I'm curious if someone will guess that. Also, I just accidentally got a copyright on YouTube for playing that song. Darn it. But luckily, TikTok let me play it. So it's actually my Chiefs video that I made yesterday. And who knew the Packers? I didn't even realize the Packers were the night game last night. So I didn't even get to see the end of the game. I just realized that. I fell asleep during my Packers game. But all right, friends, trending Christian content. I love that they say that in Creator Search Insight. It makes me feel good. So what I mean is that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to do things in a certain way and or to do it all. Okay? But God doesn't put those standards on us. He doesn't. Remember how we talked about expectations being like living under the law? Well, the woman made standards in our lives are the same way. So, man-made, woman-made. I always need to clarify that. Anytime you guys hear me say something like that, it's not the way it sounds or whatever, if that makes sense. So, anyways, let's move on to our Bible verse. So, I always feel like I have to clarify that. Even like at the end of my videos when I say you are beautiful, you are loved, I mean you are beautiful as in handsome, beautiful, you know what I mean. So, all right, our Bible verse is coming out of Romans, says, don't become so well adjusted to your culture that you fit into it without even thinking. Instead, fix your attention on God. You'll be changed from the inside out. Facts. That is so true. Unlike the culture around you, always dragging you down to its level of immaturity, God brings the best out of you, develops well-formed maturity in you. Romans 12, verse 2. I've never heard that Bible verse. That is so weird. I mean, I know I have. I just may have heard it differently. I've read the whole Bible. Actually, I've read like 7, but not really. But I've read like Joyce Meyer's Amplified Bible. I've read the Catholic Bible. I've read the Jehovah's Witness Bibles. I've read all the King James, like pretty much every Bible I've read. So somehow that verse didn't stand out to me, although it's really important. God does bring the best out in you. So, all right, with that being said, let's jump quickly into God's promises. So, in God's promises says, behold, I make all things new. Revelation 21, verse 5. It may not be all that hard to imagine what life is like in heaven. That is so weird. Yesterday, the kid's dad was talking about like heaven. Like, I swear, a lot of the things he was talking about yesterday related to my Bible study, like God's timing. Okay. It may not be all that hard to imagine what life is like in heaven. Remember that the best part of getting to heaven is becoming the sorts of persons we were always meant to be, and in our better moments wanted to be, in the loving company of God and all His children. Once we think of it this way, we can relax while we wait to see with our own eyes what we can only imagine here. Written by Lewis Smedes. Keeping Hope Alive, friends. That is a really good reading. All of these were. I love it. Okay, so I'll do Jesus Calling in the next video so it doesn't be too long. All right, happy lives, positive vibes. If you got to the end of this video, drop me a bunch of yellow hearts. Love you. You are beautiful. You are loved, and you are a child of God. Happy lives, positive vibes. Bye.